Today's Tips to Jour mailbag question comes to us from Canada. Robert, I am building a guitar following your online course, and I got a little chip out on the ebony fretboard beside one of the fret slots. Is there something I can do to fix this? Lance in Calgary. Lance, I've got a guitar on my bench right now that has exactly the same issue. I know. What are the chances of that? Occasionally it does happen. So let's go over to the bench. I'll show you how to fix it. So here's our issue. A little chip out there. And usually when that happens, it's because you were scraping your ebony or your neck flush there and you caught a scraper or some type of tool. Now, most likely that would be covered by the fret and then you could fill it from the side. But let's go ahead and do it right. I'll show you how I do it. So my weapon of choice for fixing this is the Glue Boost Fill and Finish Black Formula. And this works really good for building up and filling voids on ebony. So just place a little dab in there. I'm then going to use the Glue Boost Accelerator to accelerate it. And if the void is somewhat pronounced like this one is, then you probably want to do 2 or 3 applications. And usually the accelerator from the previous one is enough to go ahead and start curing the next one. And if you get too much accelerator on there, as you come in with your whip tip, it cures it in the bottle. Happened to a friend of mine once. So don't let that happen to you. And that's all it takes. A little shot of accelerator again. And the void is fixed. However, we now have a big glob of the fill and finish there that needs to be taken care of. So the next step in fixing this little void is getting rid of this glob of the fill and finish there. And I'm going to use a super high-tech tool that I learned about from my buddy in North Carolina, Jay Lichty of Lichty Guitars and Ukuleles. This is just sandpaper on a stick, and it works really well. We're coming in and leveling the fill and finish. If you got a little bit on the top side of the fretboard, then come in and hit it as well. There you go. Now, if you got happy with the fill and finish like I did, you need to come in and make sure that that slot's clean so that the fret will go down into it. I'm just going to use a fret slotting saw here. And there it is. We're ready for frets. So Lance in Calgary, thank you very much for your question and happy building.